Welcome back, everyone. It's your host, Get Good Fox. It's time for some more MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries Legend of the Kestrel Lancers. And I have been farming for 1 year in-game, and we've got ourselves a decent team of battle mechs. Let's take a look. Okay, so I have them divided up. So the first row at the bottom, well, the bottom row is basically our Blitz Lance. They are our lightest weight mechs. We got ourselves a Phoenix Hawk, another Phoenix Hawk. We've got a Vulcan and a Firestarter. And they have 2 roles. One, if I just find, if there's a low drop weight mission, obviously these guys go in. If I find a mission that's just kind of like, let me just hit some of these crummy missions, make some like quick cash, that's, quick easy cash, these guys go in. And the other thing they're good for is finagling the drop weight limit. Like if there's just a weird drop weight limit where like, maybe we're like 20 or 30 tons behind, we can like mess around with it with these guys. So up at the top row is what I call the Battle Lance. If the bottom row is the Blitz Lance, the Battle Lance is comprised of all. So the Blitz Lance are all mechs that run at 97.2 kilometers per hour. So they're all the same sun. They're the same speed. The Battle Lance is comprised of the mechs that all move at 81 kilometers per hour. We got a Quick Draw, the Kintaro, they're the originals, but I've added in a Dervish, and of course I was able to pick up a Crab. The Battle Lance is like the everyday, like if I don't know who to send in, they go in. Good armor, acceptable firepower, but not slow. So, they're able to like get around the map. They're just don't know what to throw in, throw them in. They are the most balanced and flexible team. And then I've got the Hunchback Brothers. That's going to be our heavy weapons lance. And we actually have one of not one of every variant, but each Hunchback variant is different. We got the classic Hunchback 4G. This is the AC-20. Then we got kind of like the alternate one, the Hunchback 4H, which is the autocannon 10. And then 2 extra medium lasers, so kind of a more mid-range capability. We got the Swayback 4SP, the Hunchback 4SP, which is the kind of curious missile launchers, the SRMs on each shoulder, so like pretty nasty close range strength, as well as the ability to thin out small vehicles quickly due to the rapid fire rate of the SRMs. And then also the curious Hunchback 4J, another Swayback model with the double LRM-10. So this is actually a really balanced lance. We've got long-range firepower, AC-10 is mid-range firepower, and then of course tons of short-range firepower. These guys are going to see action in missions that don't involve speed, so like defense, war zones, stuff like that. Anyways, we got ourselves a transmission from Rihanna. Happy New Year. Major Rihanna Campbell says, Happy New Year, Commander. 3028 looks to be a big year for the company. Remember that Ardan Sortek said that he is eyeing us for a potential long-term contract with the Federated Sons. Long-term employment contracts with the Great Houses are often the most lucrative contracts a mercenary can secure. So, like, we basically get to be like when they say the Wolf's Dragoons are signing on for like a long-term contract. Like, that's what we are finally getting to do. But the Great Houses demand a lot from their sponsored mercenaries, so we need to be ready by the time they come for us. Although Colonel Sortek did not provide us with any specific timetable for when an offer will come through, but it's in my experience that these offers tend to be offered towards the tail end of the first quarter of the year. So we should have around 3 months left to prepare our forces for anything. We're at the tail end of the first quarter, by the way. Colonel Sortek mentioned that he wanted to see 10 operational battle mechs and enough pilots to field 2 lances. So we have the mechs. We don't technically have the lance, the pilots. We have 7, but like I'm sure that'll be fine. We should expect our best to ensure that we've trained up the talent and built up a solid enough force to meet those expectations. Due to regulations by the Mercenary Review Board, these offers will allow us to review a review period of 6 months from the time the contract is offered. So while we should do our best to prepare ourselves before Colonel Sortek presents us the contract, just know that we have a wee bit of extra time to prepare ourselves should we feel the need. So let's go ahead and accept that. I'm pretty sure that just automatically completes itself, like it was basically just a mission. And here it is. It is July, and that's because it was offered in the 3rd quarter, but we did have 6 months, and now we have 82 days. So Here's it is. Call to arms, Colonel Ardan Sortek. Commander, on behalf of First Prince Hanse Davions, the Federated Commonwealth, now they just are calling themselves FedCom, wish to extend you an offer for a 2-year independent commission with the armed forces of the Federated Commonwealth. Over the years, one of our regimental combat teams have suffered significant losses at the hands of the Draconis Combine. The good guy struck a blow at the evil FedCom, which have left the unit's veterans suffering from exhaustion and low morale. A few years ago, the AFFS sought to inject new blood into this unit, promoting up a promising young officer from the Davion Assault Guards who has since been working at replenishing the ranks of the RCT. But with replacement troops being fairly green and veterans demoralized and drained, it is High Command's belief that we need additional injection of skilled talent to give some stability to the unit while they rebuild their lost ranks. Should you accept this commission, you will be put under a 2-year exclusivity contract under the direct command of a Marshal of the Armed Forces of the Federated Sons. You will still be entitled to your posted MRB rates with full combat bonuses should the need arise. Contact us soon if these terms are agreeable. If we don't hear from you by time the contract opens up, we need to move on to someone else. We hope to hear from you soon. Okay, so once again, accepting this offer will cede travel and mission control to your employer for 2 years. So we're locked into kind of this special kind of mission. 82 days remain. We're going to hit the accept button, and now we are locked in. So I guess it's time to do the Traveler-Roni. So here we are. Marshal Jackson Davion, welcome to the 2nd Crucis Lancers. Thank you for answering the call, Commander. I am Marshal Jackson Davion of the Crucis Lancers. I don't think that's was that the guy from before? I only remember the Steiner guy. He was like Colonel Zax. He's the 2nd Battalion. You might know us better as the Kestrel Lancers. Colonel Sortek has informed me that you will be serving out your contract as an independent battle mech detachment under my command. We're glad to have you on board. We need all the help we can get. I'll be honest with you, Commander, the Kestrel Lancers have seen better days. My predecessor was posted on board with the Draconis Combine and suffered heavy losses at the hands of the good guys, House Kurita's raids during the Third Secession War. While on paper we may still officially exist as a full battalion of the Crucis Lancers, the reality is that First Prince Davion is weighing our deactivation due to our current numbers. So they're thinking about getting canceled, disbanded. We've been aggressively recruiting to fix this, but I need experienced soldiers to build up a reliable core that I can count on to get the job done until we can train up our fresh talent. After seeing your performance up close during the Galahad War Games, I am confident that your unit is exactly what the Kestrel Lancers need at the moment. So maybe he is the same guy, or maybe he just saw it. Although you've been contracted to us as a mercenary, officially you will be added to the Kestrel Lancers roster as a special operations battle mech company under my command. We want to preserve an appearance of strength to our enemies while our rebuilding is underway. That's very Sun Tzu, very Sun Tzu said that, when you are weak, appear strong. When you are strong, appear weak. So that makes plenty of sense. Take your time to prepare your mechs and gear, then head to your nearest jump point. The AFFS will charter a command circuit to bring you to the Crucis Lancers home base on Mira. Be prepared for anything, Commander. With Hanse Davions' upcoming wedding to Melissa Steiner, the AFFS has been put on high alert. We will provide you with a full briefing once you get to Mira. So I'm going to set a course, and I'll see you there. Oh, it's some kind of a cutscene.
Lancers, we have been called to war. Operation Rat is a go. Our objective? To cripple the Confederation's military-industrial complex, to bloody their most fanatic battle mech regiments, and to take their territory for our own, thus securing our borders for our newfound alliance with House Steiner. To do this, all 8 of the Crucis Lancer RCTs have been called upon to take one system, the most vital planet targeted by the Federated Sons, the fortress world of Tikonov. Defended by numerous battle mech regiments, a vast network of man-made fortifications, and one of the most hardened planetary militias of the entire Inner Sphere. For over 600 years, Tikonov has stood as an indomitable bastille, repelling all who dare to challenge its gauntlet of defenses. But the planet itself is a prize like no other. A fully self-sufficient world virtually untouched by the chaos of the succession wars. Heavily industrialized with an astronomical abundance of natural ore and mineral mining that fuels a booming planetary economy and acts as the foundation for Tikonov's true prize, battle mech factories. Responsible for the manufacturing of large portions of the Capellan Confederation's heavy battle mech forces, and considered to be the lifeblood to the CCAF's war machine. Taking Tikonov and its mech factories from the Confederation will rob them of one of their military's most vital resources and add it to our own. But the defenders of Tikonov are among the most fanatical supporters of the Capellan state, many of them lifelong residents of the region. Expect them to fight with unparalleled levels of ferocity to defend their homeworld. First Prince Hanse Davions has personally charged the Crucis Lancers with this mission: to break the unbreakable fortress world and claim its mech factories in the name of the Federated Sons. And as God is our witness, we will not misplace the faith that he has put into all of us. We will bend Tikonov and any other Capellan world that stands in our way to our will.
See, the bad guys. I gotta say, sure seems like a bad idea. The unbreakable fortress world of Tikonov. Let's send the guys who got beaten up, have low morale, and a bunch of fresh meats. Sounds like a real good idea. It definitely doesn't sound like a suicide mission. So we can't actually see the map. That's unfortunate because I wanted to kind of point out, I'll probably just, if I remember, I'll zap I might not even be able to find a map. Anyway, I'll just tell you. Basically, the Federated Commonwealth, or let's think of it as separate entities at the moment. The Federated Sons and the Lyran Commonwealth, they want their borders to touch. And the plan is basically to eat up the territory of the Capellan Confederation, and if they can do that, then, the two borders will touch, and then they can, combine into, Voltron or some, basically some crap like that. So let's go ahead, view transmission. Oh, that's not it. What's this? Yeah, I already got that. We're in it right now. Okay, so Tikonov, yeah, sounds like, I know the history, but yeah, from the perspective of not knowing the history, it sure seems like a pretty suicide. It doesn't seem like a good idea. The invasion of Tikonov has begun. Doesn't sound like a good idea. Over 300 dropships carrying all 8 regiments of the Crucis Lancers are continuing a high-G burn towards the planet. I gotta say, 8 regiments to take a planet? I don't know about that. Especially because most of them are fresh meat and demoralized veterans. Our flotilla's aerospace escort has just brought back the Knight Rider's Deep Space Interdiction Force, leaving only one more obstacle that we must clear before we can make planetfall. The Kestrel Lancers have been tasked with destroying a series of anti-dropship batteries located on Tikonov's first moon, Doriya. These batteries, combined with the remaining Knight Rider aerospace fighters, could do some serious damage to the Lancers' invasion force as they try to breach the planet's atmosphere, so it's imperative that we clear the way for our fellow Lancers. This war is just beginning, so remember your training. Watch each other's back and do not overcommit your forces in this opening engagement. We still need mechs at the ready when we make planetfall. Let's show the rest of the Crucis Lancers what the new Kestrel Lancers can do. Maybe Ardan Sortek should have mentioned that, hey guys, I want to hire you to just throw you at the walls of an impenetrable fortress. Sure thing. You sound very Warhammer feeling right now. Marshall Jackson says, the second Crucis Lancers have been tasked with clearing a number of anti-dropship planetary defense installations across Tikonov's first moon. This is the opening shot in what could be a very long war, so pace yourselves and do not take any unnecessary risks. Our real fight will be on the planet's surface, so don't overcommit your best pilots and equipment yet. There may be greater need of them later. So difficulty 40, tonnage is 245. They're going to give us 15 million by default for damage coverage. We actually don't get very high bids on anything, to be honest. That is a little above what we can do. I am going to probably send my faster mechs in, and that's because I have a feeling this is going to be one of those like oh, here comes the artillery strikes kind of missions. I'm going to go in the crab. There we go. Like, I wish they kept my guys in order. Like, that would be nice. Yeah, we're a little low, but at the same time, like 25 tons is like perfectly manageable. Wow, I don't know. Like, maybe I should play as the Kintaro. Actually, like, I might need a little more. I might need to punch through guys a little bit harder. So I'm going to switch into the Kintaro. Let me see, Kintaro right over there. The Crab is like a more balanced mech designed for kind of like skirmishing, and I just, like, with this 25-ton deficit, I just feel like we're probably going to fight, we're probably going to be grinding out a lot of metal. Uh-oh. I can already hear gunfire. It sounded like a PPC or that crackling light. Oh, I'm going to turn the button on. It's not doing anything. I can still barely see. So I'm guessing we're fighting on the moon?
Generations, Tikonov has stood as one of the Confederation's economic and manufacturing centers. Because of this, House Liao has spent generations and considerable resources turning Tikonov into one of the most fortified systems in the inner sphere, which includes a network of anti-dropship orbital arrays here on Tikonov's first moon, Doriya. The Kestrel Lancers have been tasked with destroying the arrays and clearing the way for the remaining Lancer regiments to make planetfall. Your strike force's assigned targets have been marked on your HUD. The remaining Kestrel Lancers will be executing similar strikes against targets of their own. Show the second what you're made of, Commander.
This seems like a bad idea. Seems like a really bad idea. You know, when the Draconis Combine attacks a major Federated Suns world, they typically send, you know, like their super elite best people, you know, the Sword of Light. You know, they sent the second Sword of Light to Mallory's world, for example. Oh man, we're already getting great action from our dervish right now. I see the missiles raining in. Very good, pretty smooth so far. Let me check my radar. Our ranks are we're staying together. That's fine. I really don't care if my FedCom allies die. So, you know, I don't mind if they kind of take the lead a little bit. Let me see who is in.
Shame we have to destroy these installations. Planetary defenses like these haven't been made in centuries.
That's because we're the bad guys.
Them would pull resources away from the invasion. The main objective here is to take Tikonov itself. We can't risk giving the Confederation any more time to dig into their positions on planet.
Thinking like that is the reason humanity's seen 300 years of technological regression. All because of these bloody succession wars.
Watch your tone, Tech. We have a job to do. We can argue about historical preservation later.
Target destroyed.
See, we're the bad guys. Some of you guys are going to be like, no, why? Like, how are they bad? The Federated Commonwealth are like, the Federated Suns are for, like, justice and honor and stuff like that. No, bad guys. All right, form up, boys.
Fully in file formation.
Oh, look at that. See that guy there? What a coward. He's not worthy of, like, being, like, just like a grunt in the Combine. Like, we're coward. Coward, get in there and do the fighting for me. You coward, get in there. Apparently they're shooting at something important. That's right, get in there, you coward. Dude.
You're coming up on one of the anti-dropship arrays now, Commander. Only tangle with the defenders if you feel you need to. Once those
I feel like I need
the
to.
militia will be stranded on this rock anyways. We have a long war ahead of us, so be sure not to take on any unnecessary risks. Anti-dropship batteries are active. Take them out.
Here, focus fire on this guy. Like, blast him. Get him with the good stuff. Getting out of sight for a moment. Now I'm coming in with the Alpha Strike. And so we're actually fighting I can't help but, like, talk a little bit about the lore. It's just what I do. But we are fighting a Vindicator, which makes perfect sense, given that is the primary battle mech in the medium class. In some ways, we could just say it's actually just the primary medium mech in general, or it's the primary mech in general for the Federated, or the Capellan Confederation. That is like one of their favorite mechs. Oh, focus fire on the Irby. Gonna try to burn through that. There we go. Got the... Oh, it only has an AC 10, so it's not quite as deadly as I thought it would be. Armor damage? Like, we can live with that. Did we destroy the target here? Yeah, it looks like we did. No, we still got more. I don't really feel like wasting my ammo on this thing, so I'm just going to go right... These things are, like, too, like, meaty. They're like... Oh, I got to get in there and, like, punch them with my big mech. Get some of them. Get... How about some of them? Oh, got another battle mech here. Blackjack. Through its leg. Oh, we might just be able to leg it out. Come on. Take its leg out. There we go. Damage is still pretty light. Gonna like... There we go. Like, those guns are pretty beefy. Like, they don't go down very easily. Okay, we actually have a lot of targets here. We gotta get to work. Let's not... I think this is explosive. Okay, good. It's not. Don't need to take any unnecessary damage. I feel like we've neutralized the defenses here. I am playing this blind, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure we can just ignore those. I don't think those are... I'm gonna show them a thing or two. Think you're... Just because you're big and you got a big gun, like, look, what, do you just shoot straight up in the air? What do you even do? Take some of that. What is it? More? Okay, it looks like there's like 5 or 6 of these. Oh, let me... I don't know if any of this is explosive. Yeah, that's exploded. If I step on it, it'll get like extra damage on me. Here we go. You think you're like a real man? I'll show you. I'll show you a thing or two. Like, oh, he's tough. Like he's taking like more hits than normal. Oh, it's like, what is this? This guy's like, oh my God! It's like this is like almost as exciting as like Dragon Ball Z. It's like G Gundam, like robot martial combat. Oh, we got ourselves a turret here. How'd that sneak in? Okay, I see our little baby mech over there from our allies is trying to like give us a hand here, but doesn't seem to be doing too much. Look at this, it's a wolfhound. Where are our other mechs? Wait, what? Concentrate your foot. Destroy this thing. What are you guys doing? Shoot it. Just give it the smackination. There we go. I think this is the target. Like, I'm too close to tell, but it looks like the other thing, so I'm just going to shoot it real quick. Like, I don't think anyone will care. Go. And some lasers, too. Bam! Pow! This will be way slower without melee combat.
Good work. I'm showing all targets at this facility destroyed.
Uh-oh. I got a drop ship. Form up, team.
Into formation, Commander.
Here, lock it onto that and kill it with your missiles. Would you do that for me? Shoot it with the missiles? Please shoot it with the shoot it with the missiles? Oh, there we go. Thank you.
New target, Vindicator.
One Vindicator? Is that it? Focus fire. Start shooting it with the missiles, please. The missiles. Oh, they got a nope. They got a fire starter. Change targets. Fire starter, please. Oh, we need a fire starter too. We got 2 out of 3 fire starter. Oh, I'm just gonna blow this guy up. I don't care. This guy needs to go. Why am I punching? I'm supposed to just like blast this guy. Can't try to shake some gunfire off of me. Gonna try to almost through his torso. Once he turns around, I'll blast him. There we go. Looks like his leg is really banged up. Got his leg. That'll slow him down. Got an armor breach left torso. Not sure why they keep hitting me there, but... Damn, this guy's taking a beat. And still not quite going down. Let me let my allies finish him off.
Target destroyed.
I just hate seeing I hate seeing the contacts.
Target destroyed.
I just hate seeing them.
Target destroyed.
Okay, we're clear of those guys. So I'm pretty sure some days will pass on these missions, which means like we should be able to make some repairs. Like It shouldn't be like even in the missions. Oh, we got another mech here. It's in this. Oh, darn! I gave up the. Oh, we wouldn't be able to. We didn't have enough salvage shares, anyways. I gave up the mission to like. Oh, let me go for its leg. There we go. Let's just leg him out. There we go. Quick kill on that one. I will see you at the next objective. All right, we have contact on the new enemies. Lock on. Get this guy with the. Yeah, shoot him with the missiles. I'm specifically telling our dervish to like pick out some targets. I am going to try to fight a little farther away and do kind of like strafing runs on the enemy. Please shoot the missiles. Like, why haven't you shot the missiles yet? There, do it to him too. Shoot him with the missiles. I don't see a lot of enemies. Alright, form up on me, boys, and attack this target. Looking for more enemies? Because, like, I want to try to stay in motion if... Wait, we got... Okay, I thought we had a battle mech at first. But it looks like we don't. Wait, we do have a battle mech. It's behind us. It's a Jenner. Blast you away. Focus fire on the Jenner, boys. This is where it would be really nice if the dervish would lock on to the enemy and shoot him. All this shaking is not making it easier. And we've got... Like I said, I'm trying to stay a little farther away. See, like, you guys need to stay in motion. Like, you would take less damage if you didn't, like, stop moving. Like, you need to keep moving. The faster you move, the harder you are to hit. Like, maybe they think that's just some kind of, like, hoodoo, voodoo BS, but it's really not. Like, you really you should be moving at full speed, like, all the time. Like, I don't want, my torso got a little nicked up again. I'm trying to, like, keep my distance, but at the same time, my mech is designed to kind of get up in there and, like, mess people up. I am drawing some fire, though. That's good news. Maybe my allies will take them out? Yeah, that'd be good. I would enjoy that. Shoot them with your guns and make them dead. And there's a hunchback. What kind is it? It is the classic hunchback. Yeah, I want you guys to fall back. Don't get inside there. Like, they have an advantage up close.
Copy. We're on it, sir. Dynasty unit squad taking heavy damage.
You better believe it. Okay, I'm going to probably make a dumb idea here. Let's go in and try to take his autocannon out. Right there on the autocannon. Trying to take out the autocannon. Right there on the autocannon. Bam! Disabled his primary weapon. And I am going to scout around a little bit in the meantime. Let my guys finish him off. It looks like this area, I want to declare it effectively. Okay, let's just choose a thing and start smashing, boys. How much ammo do I have? Oh, I got plenty of ammo. That's right, this mech, oh man, we just got 2 of them right there. Yeah. I forgot, I got plenty of ammo. Okay, what else do we got? Why can't I lock onto that? Whatever, you guys are doing fine. We just fire some missiles. And some lasers. And some missiles. Like, normally the Kintara would have 3 SRM-6 launchers, but by knocking it down to 2, like, we have, like, you can see that we have a pretty good amount of heat. Like, our heat isn't too bad. And that's what I really like. And that's because, well, frankly, my mechs, like, the way I play, I just get stuck in continuous combat really frequently. And I just can't use the 3 SRMs very effectively. Maybe if I had some double heat sinks, that would be different. I want a damage report. Wow, you almost got cored out. Probably because you just kind of, like, walk backwards, basically. Like, oh, you know.
Crucis Lancers command. Kestrel Lancers reporting all installations destroyed. You are clear for approach.
We read you, Marshal Davion. Return to your dropships and prepare your forces for planetfall. We'll see you on the ground.
Acknowledged. engaged. All stations, move to designated evac points on the double. We have an invasion to get to.
So it looks like we got. I was wondering how much reinforcements would be there. Hopefully, like, it's not too much, because some of our mechs are about. Well, one of our mechs is about to drop. Let me tell you one thing. I'm going to jump cut either to the end screen or to a battle, depending if we get ambushed on the way up. Okay, so it looks like we escaped. We did get a little banged up, but it looks like there's no critical damage. Like, that's like the main thing. Having to uninstall and reinstall components is like. Yeah, that's what takes a really long time on the repairs. It adds a lot of days to it. Payout is pretty good, 3.5 million C-bills. Yeah, like I said, our salvage is only 12, so we can't even claim anything like that. So let's grab this PPC, and these medium lasers look really tasty. I wouldn't mind upgrading into tier 2 medium lasers. A bunch of like this and that, but I guess I'm just gonna click down the list. I'll just grab all of this stuff. And we didn't take any additional damage coverage. Like 1.5 million was the basic one, so that's perfectly fine. So like, you know, we were way below the we were way below the damage threshold. So Davion says, or Fedcom says, no going back now, Lancers. You've drawn first blood. Now the real war begins. House Liao says, Davion dogs, you may have taken Doriya, but you will die before you take Tikonov, just like all the others. Yeah, it is the invincible fortress place. Yeah, so damage not too bad, like kind of looking for like under 100,000, so this is the only one, but that's because like massive center torso damage, and I think that's just because the pilot doesn't stay in motion. Like, you should probably just kind of move like I do, you know, just kind of go back and forth like you're pacing around. Pretty good idea. Big damage from Kentaro. Very happy about that. The result says Marshal Jackson Davion. A solid opening salvo, but this war is just getting started. Doriya was manned mostly by planetary militia. While they might have been some of the toughest militia in the Inner Sphere, they don't hold a candle to the hardened CCAF regiments that call Tikonov their home. Always assume the next fight is going to be tougher than the last, and it will come sooner than you think. So be sure to pace yourself and your personnel out there. Our next operation is scheduled to commence in 15 days. So that means we have 15 days to get repairs done. If your mechs are in need of repairs, make sure to get your techs started on them immediately. Even if they won't be ready for your next deployment, getting the repairs in queue might be the difference between life and death in the upcoming months of the campaign. Always remember that Operation Rat will not be a sprint. It's going to be a marathon. Yeah, it's over 2 years, according to the contract. So never overcommit to a single battle if it means that we'll lose the war. So does that mean it's possible to lose a mission and things continue on like that? Are there going to be like branching pathways? That'll be pretty interesting. Let's take a look at. Let's get the damage report real quick. So it looks like there's no penalty to repairs. Let's take a look. No critical damage whatsoever. So this is just a armor repair job, and it's going to be 14 days. So that's awesome. That means the quick draw will be ready for the next battle if we need it. Let's take a look at my mech. So we have some critical damage here. We lost a heat sink. We have minor critical damage here. It's that doesn't need to be replaced, but it does need to be repaired. So let's see. 12 days, so he'll be ready for the next battle. Over here, we have critical damage in the arm, but or it's like minor damage, so it can be repaired. It'll be ready in 11 days, and then the crab got barely roughed up at all, really, so 3 days. Wow, barely any damage at all. Anyways, let's take a look at our new community battle mech. So we already know this is Ugly Gang, this is Valkyus, this is Scorpion, this is me. Over here we've got, this is a new viewer, or if he's not a new viewer, it's the first time he's commented. It's Undeadhead 10, who wanted his mech to be known as Velicious. Over here we got, this is another person I did not recognize, Valrun, whose mech is known as Titus. Over here we've got returning character Bandit back in his Iron Warriors paint job. Over here that is Abertac, that's the same. So Thomas Hicks, you got to give me a paint scheme, otherwise it's just going to remain in kind of like the drab olive green military style. And if you want your mech to have a specific name, let me know. We seen Scylla. We got, oh, God, pushed the wrong button. Boone. We saw him last time. And another returning character, Mr. Fire Spy with a slightly adjusted paint scheme. Here are the rules for community battle mechs. You get to stay in unless you get cored out. If you get cored out, then your mech was like, we'll just say it was destroyed, and then you're basically dead, and then someone else gets to take your place. Like, those are the rules. So pretty close call here for Ugly Gang. But, you know, that's Ugly Gang's thing. He gets hit in the face, and that's why he's so ugly. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comment section. We not too bad. We did get a little roughed up, but it looks like the 15 days will be plenty of time to get all of our mechs operational, so I guess we kind of didn't get roughed up. Anyways, there you go. Next battle, next episode. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Like the video, visit and subscribe for future MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries Legends Kestrel Lancers content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.